Hi, how are you guys? Hi, Wolf Wolf. Hi, so good to see you. So, yeah, just waiting for other people to come in. So, yeah, just waiting for other people to come in. How are you, Wolf Wolf? How is your day going? Hi, Southern Girl. Hi, how are you? Oh, wait, I'm gonna, apparently my fingers aren't working properly. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there. Yeah, trying to get comfortable with going live. Aw, good, Wolf Wolf. I'm so glad you're good. What are you guys doing today? You got plans for the weekend? Oh, hi, Margie. Hi. How are you? Um, Today it's supposed to be like 80 degrees here, so I will probably go out and film a farm video because I don't have to work unless it's windy. Then I might not. Yeah, if it's windy, I don't know. If I wear my microphone, it does pretty good. So, yeah. Just yeah. Yeah, thank you. I'm so glad you joined in too. It's so good to see you. I am I don't know. I guess for the rest of the day I'll probably do some recording, and I don't really have any plans this weekend because it's supposed to get cold. So, um uh yes. Yes, 80 degrees today. Yes. Yesterday it was I think the high was like 68, but it was windy and the wind felt cold. But today it's supposed to be 80. So last weekend we had snow, and then yeah, it's 80 degrees today. It's insane how the weather just yeah, it goes up and down. It's pretty dramatic. Like we had was yesterday, I think it was yesterday morning or the day before, we had thunderstorms, and I love thunderstorms. So anytime we get thunderstorms, I'm all for it. And then, when we get the tornado warnings and stuff like that, it's kind of fun to watch them roll in because we don't have anything blocking the view of it coming in. So we could, last summer when we had one roll in, and we had some tornadoes touch down, we could see it from we were at my neighbor's house and we could see it like come in. There was nothing blocking the view. It was insane to watch. I know. I'm used to me freezing too. Yeah, yeah. I'm always cold. It just, yeah. So I guess I don't really have any plans today. Or other than recording. This weekend, I mean, because it's supposed to cool off like dramatically. Yeah. You lost power? Ugh. Where are you at, Southern Girl? I hate it when we lose power. You want to know the one thing I hate the most about losing the power is resetting all the stinking clocks. My hair is doing a funky thing. I don't know. It's Southern girl, you're in Georgia? Yeah. Yeah. So, oh. Yeah, it's kind of hard to diamond paint without power. I would have to say that when I go camping, so, everybody's in bed and we do have power because we plug in our camper, but I wear that neck one where it hangs around your neck and you can brighten or dim the lights. It's got like two little lamps that come off of it, and I use that for usually my cross stitch or something like that when everybody's in bed and I don't want any lights on in the camper. So, oh yeah. Oh, a nap would be really nice. Woof woof. Really nice. I didn't sleep good last night. I felt like I kept waking up. I hate it when I go through those cycles where I can't sleep. So I was gonna ask you guys if you have any questions for me. Like it can be of any nature, um, within reason, of course. Of course, I don't think anyone in here would ask anything inappropriate, but yeah, I just kind of wonder if people wonder things about me. I don't do a lot of whip and chats, and I probably should, because that tells a lot about a person. Because we tend to talk about our personal life, so um, so one thing that's very telling about somebody is why they craft and where they picked up the craft. Um, I don't. I began at 11. That was when my aunt taught me how to knit, and I put that down for many years. And I taught myself how to crochet at 16. And after that, I mean, I just kind of had to do a little bit of growing up, and then I didn't pick up diamond painting till 2001. By the way, that's so funny that it now works. Oh, it now works. So after knitting, then crocheting, I did latch hook for a little while. I'm trying to think. An amateur in my 20s, I taught myself how to cross stitch. I didn't like, if I look at some of my old stuff from my 20s, it, all the threads are going different ways. I just was, and on the backs, I was like carrying them really far apart. And yeah, so. Hi, Marine Snarmy Mom. How are you? Um, for some reason, my chat's not rolling on my. Ah, Star, you're here. Hi, Star. Um, so in my 20s, I kind of like tried different things. I started collecting tie beanie babies. I had like a massive collection of tie beanie babies. In my 20s, I was really into dolls and I was really into sewing. So I made a ton of like these they would hang on the doorknobs, so they were bunny rabbits. So I'd made the dresses for them on my sewing machine, and I made the rabbits with the long floppy ears, and then the arms were connected, so their hands looked like they were tied, and they just hang um, on your doorknob as a decoration. They were really cute and really fun to do. It's been so long since I've made those. So, um, so sewing has been a big part of my life. I was taught by my one of my foster moms when I was 12 years old. So my aunt taught me how to knit at 11, but my foster mom that I went to after my aunt's house at 12 years old, she taught me how to sew. She said, okay, here's how you do it. Here's, we'll start step one and move on our way up. And so that was at 12. And I mean, I just kind of had a lot of really extremes in my life. So there was a lot of times where I put everything down, and there were certain times in my life where I'd pick it back up. Um, yeah. Hi, crazy mom LeClaire. How are you? So good you could come in. Thank you. I'm going to make you blue so you can connect with everybody. Thank you. Aw. I'm trying to smile. Okay. um, so diamond painting probably has been the last craft that I picked up. There's one thing that I want to learn how to do, and it's involved with cross stitch, but it's embroidery. I watch these embroidery like ASMR videos where you're watching this perfect stitch come to life. And yeah, I'm so glad. I'm glad you're good. Thank you for coming in. So I'm trying to trace back from after 12 years old. There was some trauma. And then I moved in with my aunt and uncle when I was 14. And I was like 13 and a half. And I lived with them till I was 18. And they were a crucial turning point in my life. They were who literally saved my life. So I wouldn't be here today if they wouldn't have taken me in. And then, I moved to Montana when I was 18. And of course, when you're 18, your first love, you follow them wherever they go. And they end up always being, 99% of the time the wrong one. But yeah, I followed him to Montana and lived there and met my past husband there when I was 18. And I lived in Columbus, Montana for, oh gosh, 16 years, I think. I raised my two older children there. My oldest daughter is 30, and my oldest son turns 27 on Sunday. And, oh, thank you, Wolf Wolf. Thank you. Thank you. And then when I was married to my ex-husband, I did a lot of things, like just kind of tried all the different crafts that I could think of. Diamond painting wasn't a thing then. That was way back in like 94. So, and then fast forward 13 years, I picked up my knitting again. I picked up crochet again. I picked it all up. And then what happened is yarn is so expensive, especially if you want like real wool or the fancy stuff. So then I like started playing around with the idea of wanting to learn how to spin my own yarn. So I have like spindles, drop spindles, Turkish spindles. Uh, oh gosh. Then I have two spinning wheels, and one spins more fine and one spins more thick. They just have their own qualities. So, Nuckin! Hi, Nuckin! Hi. I'm just going to say Nuckin because I don't want to get, Coco. Hi, Rami. So, yeah, so good you guys could come in. Yeah. So that's when my journey with spinning started, because yarn was so expensive. And I thought, well, I could just buy a fleece, a wool fleece. I could buy, you know. I mean, you can always crochet with acrylic, and typically people crochet with acrylic because it's easy washed. You can make, it's cheaper and it's easier to use. I would have to say that, you know. Um, so that's when my journey, when I wanted to start knitting socks and when I wanted to start knitting sweaters and all that stuff, that's when I decided, since I had to buy in bulk, I would spin in bulk. So then I started dyeing the wool. I started, like, I'm a consumer of all different kinds of wools. I'm from Icelandic all the way down to rabbit hair, mohair. So, um, Sam, yeah. Okay. So, that was mm, 9 years ago that I started spinning, and um, kind of never really looked back. I just kind of started consuming like all this wool. I was like accumulating all this wool. So I have some, mostly it's merino. It's probably my favorite. But yeah, it's, I don't know. I have this terrible addiction to wool. Actually, I'm addicted to crafting in general. If it's what I'm interested in at the time, that's where I spend my money. So I went from spinning, then I went back to cross stitch, and um, bought, like, I have like massive amounts of all of this cross stitch stuff that I need to work with. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Crazy mom, you made a very good point there, because that's where I was gonna go with the whole knitting thing. So I was living my life spinning yarn and knitting and making all of these things, and then my brother passed, my younger brother, from suicide. And when that happened, it was so traumatic. I couldn't get out of the heartbreak that I literally stopped anything that I loved. I stopped doing it. I put everything down. I just couldn't bring myself. It was about 2 months before I even thought about picking it back up. But then, yeah, and that was about 4 years ago that happened. And then that's when I picked up diamond painting. So, yeah, I honestly, I had such a hard time because I was so into this one craft, and then my brother passed, and it's like it put like this stain on it, and I couldn't, I don't know, my heart was so broken. I couldn't pick that stuff back up for the longest time. It was a really long time. And I just started like kind of going back into it a little bit, but I have, yeah, a bunch of stuff um that I've created, not just through what I've spun, but you know, acrylics and cottons. Like, I make my own face wash cloths through with 100% cotton material, and I'll make like, they call it a swatch. So you want to like gauge if your stitch is the right count. So you like be knitting, and it turns into this perfect like 6x6 or 4x4 square. So then you can use it as a hot pad or whatever. If it's 100% cotton, you can use it with whatever temperature. Yeah. Um, I'm reading the chat. Sorry. There's this thing down here. It says share your referral link. I don't know why that, and it's copying up my chat. Okay, can I talk? It's covering my chat that's rolling up on my StreamYard on my iPad, so I have to look over here. Totes and totes of yarn. Yeah, my husband's like, I'm so sick of storing your yarn. If I showed you how many totes of yarn that I have, some of it's the stuff I've spun. And I did try to run a business for a little while here locally. And I get random calls every once in a while that people want to buy some yarn from me. And sometimes they buy, like, the random, they'll buy from me what I've spun, or sometimes they'll just want wool. I've had people ask me just for wool so that they can spin it. Yeah, I tried. I tried to do it myself, but it didn't like take off. So um oh, you gave it all away to your sister. So one thing about cotton is I love cotton because nobody's allergic to cotton. I don't care who you are, you're not allergic to your skin is going to react better to cotton than it is to wool. Though some wools are so like toothy and scratchy, so you want to wear them on the outside of your clothing so that they're not touching the skin, and then some of them are soft and can be worn next to the skin. No, it was not. Let me tell you, learning how to spin was like learning another language. I'm not kidding. It was so hard because your coordination, your hands have to be doing something and your feet have to be doing something. You have to know math, you have to know ratios, you have to. At first, I was just doing it. Like I was just learning the process of learning, trying to train my feet to treadle and my hands to do something else. It's hard. It's really hard to do. And then when I conquered that and I got comfortable with that, then I started focusing on, my focus went to what do you want to spend for? You don't just want to spend anything. You don't know what you're going to use it for. If you have a plan in mind, look at the weight of yarn you want to use according to the pattern, spin that weight. So then that's when I started really focusing on that, how to spin a specific weight. And you have to have different spinning machines for different things. Um, so I have a cotton spinner. It's called a charka, a book charka. So it just folds, it looks like a book, a wooden book, and it folds out and you put it together, and it's got a really high spin because, okay, cotton is a lint basically. It's really hard unless you have something that spins really high speed to get cotton to turn into a yarn. So it has to be something that spins really fast. So I got a book charka, and it actually came in from India, and um, I used that book charka to spin cotton. So I actually tried to grow cotton, but my neighbor brought their goats over to trim down my some of my. It was before I had sheep. They brought their goats down to trim down my, uh, eat down some of my overgrowth, and they ate all my cotton. So I probably should have thought about that before I, had my neighbor. Hi, Kathy. I don't know if I'm missing anybody. Hi, Kathy. So yeah, so it's probably been the biggest part of my life, actually, spinning has. And I put that down. When my brother passed, I put spinning down for quite a while, spinning and knitting and all that. I have half knit socks. I had started creating sweater patterns. I had all these things that were going. And then when a trauma happens to your brain, your heart just like, when it sinks, it's like everything you touch, you don't want to touch anything after that. So I started diamond painting. I am like, I can't not have something to do. I have to have my hands doing something. I don't know if it's ADHD or what it is, but I always have to feel like I'm creating. So that's when I found diamond painting. And I picked up diamond painting, and I have slowly kind of gone back and forth. Um, well, there are three that I can't live without. Spinning is one, cross stitch is the other, and diamond painting. Those three, I will go. I'll just go through seasons in my life. Oh, a knitting machine would be awesome. I actually asked my husband for a sock knitting machine because I don't know if you guys have ever seen the videos of sock knitting, but oh, it's great. The sock knitting machine where you just hand cranking it and you can watch all those stitches be created. I love sock knitting machines. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not the only one that has experienced with a traumatic loss. It boggles my mind that I have not thought like to even bring this up. With traumatic loss, what it does to your heart and your brain, it can, and all these things can actually be, all these crafts can be healing. But what happens in trauma, it like you get like trauma brain, and when you, because you were doing that thing, crafting, when you had the loss, you all of a sudden you can't touch that thing anymore because it's like it's tainted it. So the trauma in the brain, that it's very, I don't know why it's not talked about more, because with trauma you do lose that love of whatever craft you're doing. Yeah. Oh, I have never been. I have wanted to go to a wool and craft fair, because if you saw me with wool, you would see me buying like these big, huge. I'd buy like the whole fleece. But I have sheep in the backyard. I can't. When I have them sheared, I need to process that wool. They are Cheviots. One of them is Rambouillet and Cheviot. So he is. They're all weathers. I have one ewe and three weathers. So a weather is, if nobody knows, a boy that cannot reproduce. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand, Nukin. Yeah, that's so true. The mental health aspect of crafting is, it's so healing. Um, it it helps my, like what it does for my brain is it calms me down. So it takes me from like Mach 10 to okay, calm down. My adrenals are taxed, I'm stressed out, and then when I sit down and diamond paint, that's why I can diamond paint for like 7 hours straight and not even move. I literally stand up and I'm like, I probably should have moved more, because I will be stiff. Like my whole body will just get stiff because I sat there for so long. Of course, then again, that's how I get diamond paintings done. um, you're moving to the UK, crazy mom? A 3D printer? I think those things are amazing. I love 3D printers. Yeah. So from that point, from the point of starting diamond painting, I have kind of gone back and forth. Like for a whole year, all I did was cross stitch. All I did. And I didn't even start my channel by then. And I kept thinking for the last 10 years, I want to start a channel. Of course, I had a channel. I just didn't make any content. I kept telling myself, "Oh, you need to start a channel. You need to share this with the world. You need a community to." That's one thing about even the diamond painting, cross stitch, any of the crafts. There's a community for that. There's You don't have to be alone. The internet is, see, you can share all of your joys and your creativity with the world, and people want to see it. They want to know. So, oh, quilting. Yeah. I don't think I've shown you guys my quilt that I made. The several. I have like 4 quilt tops that actually need to be quilted. I have the quilt tops, and the backs are all ready too. I just haven't taken them to the place in town that does quilting. I know. Margie. Yeah, I do. I do. I need to move a little bit more. I just get like this hyper focus, and when I'm diamond painting or even when I'm spinning, I can sit for hours and spin and treadle on a spindle or a spinning wheel. And then I don't know, once I start, it's like just the touching of the craft, my hands get addicted to it and my brain relaxes. And that's one thing I think part of the addiction of these crafts is actually how it affects your ability to calm down and relax, especially if you like have anxiety, if you have worry, all these things. Panic. I've had panic attacks where I actually called, sorry, there's dust. I called 911 because I thought I was dying. I literally thought I was dying. And they're like, your vitals are all fine. What's wrong? And she said, the one gal that was one of the EMTs, she's like, you're having a panic attack. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that that's what that was. I know. You know what's really funny is it's true, Margie. The older you get, the more you're apt to have blood clots if you sit for too long. That's why it's dangerous for an elderly person or someone like of my mom's age, who she'll be 77 this year, to like take long car rides because and you have to stop a lot and move a lot. And it's the same. Hi Joan. Hi Joan. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Welcome. Yeah, it's the same with anything where you're sitting for a long period of time, to remember to get up and move. Because I'll start diamond painting at about, some lately I've been starting in the morning and I'm going, once I start there is no stopping me, so I'll stop long enough to cook dinner. So that's like a true addict behavior, right? Yep, got to keep the blood flowing. I don't heavily exercise, but one thing I do have, and with fibromyalgia, I have fibromyalgia up here, and it's in the middle of my back, like right around my shoulder blades and stuff. So if I do something for too long of a period of time, it causes damage. It actually hurts. And I don't realize it till I start moving. I'm like, oh man, I probably shouldn't have did that for that long. But then my husband got me a, what is it called? A Nordic Track. It's got iFit, like the iFit screen on it. We're still paying it off, but it's a bike. And I really wish he would have got me a treadmill instead. I was thinking a bike would be great, not, I should have just had him get me a Nordic Track treadmill. But because when I'm holding on to the bars, the handlebars where you're supposed to, and I'm like writing and doing what I need to do, I'm hurting. It hurts to hold on and put pressure on my neck muscles. So, oh man, I don't know. I don't. I don't use it because it hurts to use it. I like my legs. So if I like to use my legs on that, I will do the treadling only, the pedaling. That's it. I will not use the handlebars. But yeah. Yep. Yeah, Margie, it's so true. Yep. I agree. Um, so I try to work out. Oh my gosh, I'm not good at it at all. I'm not good at working out. Oh, for some reason my chat stopped rolling on my phone, so I'm gonna go out and back in. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. Thank you, Wolf Wolf. That's so sweet of you to say. Thank you. Um, One thing I like to do is when it gets sunny, I try to get as much sun as I can. Um, so when it gets really sunny and warm, I like to go down to the park that's in town. It's called Spring Lake Park, and I'll just go one lap around the park. They have a really nice walking path or bike path. So one lap around the park is 1 mile. So sometimes I'll just go down there, on a Saturday morning and just walk. Um, oh, oh, yeah. Um, Pedaling under the desk. That's like that's a really good idea because then you're moving. But I don't, if I want to feel like I'm getting accomplished in one of the crafts of whatever craft I'm doing, if I want to feel like I'm making advancements in it, I I want to like have a long seating at it instead of getting up, moving around, sitting down, getting up, because then I feel like I'm not really getting anything done. And like, as many diamond paintings as I have, and you guys have only seen, I probably have 30 sitting here that I have not even shown you, just right beside me, on over here and on the other side of the camera. And that's not even all. I've got more in there that I have not shown you. But at this point, it's not a just a relax hobby. I have to start whipping them out. I have to get them done because I am going to be 51 this year. And I'm like, oh, stop collecting. I'm a connoisseur. I need, hi, Cindy. Cindy's my sister, you guys. So thank you. I'm so glad you came in. I was hoping you would join me. Cindy just lives in town here, but yeah, probably my biggest supporter. I wish I could figure out how to tell my mom to join the lives because she's always seeing. Hi, TR. How are you? Yeah, Cindy. Well, maybe Cindy could give my mom like a lesson on how to join a live because all you have to do is click on the video and then just type hi in the chat. But my mom always tries to watch it on the replay. So, okay, Nucken, that is such a good point because there is a complete difference between being a connoisseur of diamond paintings or cross stitch or say knitting patterns. There is a huge difference between being a collector of them and actually doing them. There's huge differences. So yeah. Oh, everybody's saying hi to Cindy, TR, Star. Yeah. So, yeah, maybe you could teach mom how to join a live, Cindy. But yeah, I don't, it's almost like I get addicted. I don't want to say I'm a shopping addict because I really hate shopping. I'll be honest, especially food shopping. I hate it. I like despise it. I will go hungry to the point of pain before I go grocery shopping. I hate grocery shopping. But like clothes shopping is like a close second to grocery shopping. Um it's okay and I'll do it occasionally, but I'd rather shop for like I took Addie, my daughter, out and she bought some clothing for we went to Maurice's and she bought some clothing for her birthday. She like has her own style, so I just take her out shopping and I'm just like, okay, just have at it. And so she picked out some jeans and some sweaters and stuff like that, but oh yeah. Mhm. Treats. Yeah. Is treat a trigger word for you, Wolf Wolf? Because it is for my chihuahua. If you say the t sound, his ears go up and he'll go from a total asleep snoring to, yeah, you want me? You said t, just that sound. So yeah, I don't like to food shop. In fact, I see people that just go and just do food shopping for that day. So like, what am I going to make for dinner? And then they go to the store and they buy it. I'm a weekly or bi-weekly planner. So I'll try to plan out how many dinners I want to make in a certain period of time and I'll go shopping for all the stuff and that way I don't have to do it as often. And by the way, you guys, I am typically carnivore only. I only eat meat and fat. But 2 months ago, I went off my diet and I started consuming like so much sugar is insane. And then my brain just got all like anxious and yeah, it was not good. But for 2 months, I was eating sugar and gained 20 pounds. And so I went back on my diet because I don't like how sugar is like, it triggers my brain to hyper. It's very, my brain will get really excited, and then the ADHD gets really bad. So your dog didn't hear me. Do you have headphones on? Knocking. I know, and it's the same with the A word. You know, the AI you have sit over here. If anybody online says it, it sets it off. What's the word? ALEXA. I don't want to say it because I don't want to set off anyone's. Yeah. Yeah, my dog's the same way. He's totally the same way. Oh, thank you, TR. Thank you for the support. Raimi thanks you too. Yes. I love the fact that this community is so supportive. Like, you get your name out there, you get your channel out there, you talk to people, you join lives, you get interacting, and people literally come to support you. And yeah, I'm not the type of person to not support somebody. I have to support people. That's just who I am. I don't want to I don't like the mentality of no, only me, everybody watch me, don't pay attention to anybody out there, like the selfish thought process, that happens with certain creators. And it could be in any craft. You're always going to find one. There's one that I really like, and she's in paper crafting. I did dabble in paper crafting also because I like to make homemade cards and stuff. But her name, I think it's the Posh Paper Lady. She's got like over 200,000 subscribers, and man, is she good. She's good. Okay, Cindy, are you going to get the kids, or are you going to the store? Alex and Alex, hi. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Yeah. Regina. Regina, my friend. Hi. I'm okay today. I'm okay today. I actually woke up thinking, wow, I don't have a migraine. My body's not completely screaming at me. And I just kind of laid there in the awake state and just laid there and just reveled in the fact that I was not in screaming pain. Yeah. Yeah. So this morning was good. Oh, Jules, I want to kit. I'm okay. So I'm not going to start my JWall yet, but I am going to kit it up. And there are 200 colors. 200. I'm so excited. Yes. Oh, everybody say hi. And if you're not sure about a channel, just if they have a channel and you click on it and it says go to channel, go and, check them out. Everybody has different likes and dislikes. So I just like the camaraderie and connecting with people and supporting people. Um, yeah, I will have to say that a long time ago, it was probably almost 2 years ago, I got, was it YouTube Premium? Because the commercials were like killing me. Every time I want to watch a video, I felt like I was watching commercials over and over and over. And that's okay because I want to support channels, but you still are supporting that channel if you're giving them views, even if you're YouTube Premium. Because it says right in there's some writing about you get a percentage even if they're YouTube Premium. So, okay. Hi, V. Hi. So good to see you. You like the color yellow, Wolf Wolf? Oh boy. My favorite color is any shade of pink. Any shade of pink. I mean, it could be the loud, boisterous pink. Some pinks are good. Like, I don't, okay. wearing as makeup, wearing as clothing or shoes or anything like that. Hi, Shells. Hi. Back and forth. um, so I like to wear pink, and I will wear pink makeup and pink shoes, and I'll carry a pink purse. I'll do anything pink that way. I won't own a pink car, and I will not decorate in pink. Um, if I'm decorating, it's burgundy. I like deep foresty greens, like the really deep, moody colors. I like in my last house, my master bedroom, because I always wanted to feel that cozy winter vibe. I actually painted my walls chocolate brown, and then I decorated with white, and my whole room felt like it just felt like a warm cup of hot cocoa. mm, no. So I will even, I've even thought about my girlfriends when we built the built big chicken coop in the back. My girlfriends came over and they're like, "Oh, we got to make this, it was a big joke. They call it the Taj Macoop because it's massive and I have like 50 chickens, okay? I will admit I'm a chicken hoarder. I love the decorative, all of the chickens that I want every color of the rainbow in the eggs that they lay. So my girlfriends were like, "Well, we got to paint pink. We have to paint it pink because they'll lay more and they'll be happier if it's got pink and flowers and all that." So they made a big joke where we were going to paint a mural on the inside of all these tulips and roses and stuff. It was a joke. Yes. So yeah, the she shed, yes. So when I buy diamond paintings in that kind of art, yes. Yep, pink. I love if it has pink, I'm there. Aw, am I missing anything? Crazy mom, you just did your first square diamond painting? Um, what did you think of it? What did you think of the squares? Did you feel like it was harder to do? Or, some people just like rounds. They don't want to mess with the square drills. That's just how some people are. Um, and that's okay. That's totally okay. Most of my budget friendlies are all rounds. Some of them are squares. If I get them from Coodills, I typically order squares versus rounds. Yes. I will be Jules. Yes. I do have, because it's 200 colors, I have a case that has 420 bottles. So I'll probably use that. It's one of those big Art Dot 420 bottle cases. It's black and it's got like a purple zipper on it. So I'll probably use that. I don't have like 200 trays of any sort. So I'll probably use um, I'll probably use that with the bottles. I have another one from Heaven and Earth Designs that I actually bought all the diet drills for. I had the pattern or the canvas made from Heaven and Earth Design, and then I bought all of my drills from Diamond Drills USA. So yeah. Okay. Okay, Joan. Yeah, so you haven't done like a full drill. You prefer partials. Some people prefer partials. If you hear stuff in the background, my kids are pretty much done with their school, so I think they're probably just gonna go out and play or play their games or whatever. Mm. Okay. Yeah. And that's how I feel about squares. So I started when I first started diamond painting, I just got this little tiny um, round drill kit. Just a little tiny one. I just told myself, I'm just going to see if I like it. Yeah. See where I'm at today? All I do is squares at this point. There are some rounds. I prefer squares, but I'll do rounds. It's not a big deal. But I do prefer squares. And the company does matter. The quality does matter because when I do a DAC square, I feel like I get spoiled. And then when I go do a square from any other company that I have, I feel like it's like, wow, it doesn't quite measure up. Because the trash is always, I don't know. I did a video. I haven't put it up yet, but I have like 4 completions for the month of April. 4. And I did videos so far of 3 of them. So, oh. So you just started diamond painting, Joan. Yes, KY Philly is so generous. So, Alex and Alex, I don't really have a topic. I feel like because I'm so new and I don't do a whole lot of weapon chats, I typically I'm trying to make sure the community knows me, knows who I am. And it's really hard to really get to know a person, but um yeah, Wolf, you're a little bit spoiled. So the topic today was just kind of be what I have thought about is the multi-crafter. The multi-crafter, the person who doesn't just do diamond painting, doesn't just do cross stitch or any of the other arts. They literally are multi-crafting. So I've been a multi-crafter since I was 11 years old. So it's kind of been like a step-by-step process. And if anybody has a question, yeah, John, you're already hooked. Yeah. Yep. So yes, crazy mom, LeClaire. Yes, I just completed and I didn't put it up yet, but I just completed my birds and blooms. So I recorded a video on that and I'll put it up and it'll go through because it is a square drill diamond painting. Yeah. Um, so I will be spinning the Dreamer Designs spinning wheel on my next video to see what I'm going to kit up from Dreamer. Oh boy. And that's one thing, Star, I haven't done yet. I have it right here. My fairy diamond painting. I have it right here. I just haven't filmed the kit up yet. But yeah, I have one. Um yeah, I have a second square drill Dreamer Designs that I'm working on. That's Vintage Garden Path, I believe. I believe it's called Vintage Garden Path. And I think I'm half done. I'm about half done. But it's out in the dining room. Mm, okay. Yep. I remember they do those offers every once in a while. Dreamer Designs does those offers every once in a while where they um, will do like you can get a free diamond painting. All you have to do is pay uh, for shipping. I think I don't know how everybody would feel about a square. Okay. I don't know. Um, I think if you do want to try a square, get get a small one, a small diamond painting that's a square drill kit. Just start out small. That's how I did it, and then I just kind of my second one was a round drill kit from Diamond Art Club, but it was a huge one. It was the cherry blossom tree. So I did that one. And then from there, I just like, oh, now let's try squares. Oh, let's try this. So I'm not afraid to try. And that's one thing my husband says about me. He's like, you know, I admire the fact that you're not afraid to try. Yeah. Kathy, yep, yep. So on my older, with the Dreamer Designs, on my older kit that I just, the birds and blooms, there was a lot of trash. A lot. I was not happy with the quality of the drills. Um, there was, but it was before they changed the grid and they supposedly worked everything around. And yeah. Um, so yeah, to answer your question, the Dreamer Designs, I was not happy with the drills. Um, now, is that going to stop me from doing my Dreamer Designs? No, absolutely not, because I have like a lot of them. So TR, I did not know that. And I went to this last Saturday, I went to Hobby Lobby in Minot, and they had not restocked any diamond paintings. The wall is bare. The diamond painting wall is bare. So I kind of wonder. Mm-hmm. Oh, oh, Instagram. Okay, okay. You bought the Clockwork Owl. I have from Dreamer Designs. I did not get the Clockwork Owl, but I did get with the pink. I think it's called the Pink Owl, and I unboxed that quite a while ago. I just haven't done it, but I do have an owl. Yes. Hmm. Um. Yeah. So the Hobby Lobby that I was in, Margie, it did not have any diamond paintings. There were none. They were gone. All of the walls was bare. They were not moving them. It was there because I walked every single aisle. So maybe they're waiting to get new stock in and they're going to restock somewhere else in the store. But yeah, they were completely gone. They were all gone. Mm. Um, Yeah, doesn't hobby pretty much every store in the United States gets everything from China. And with this tariff crap going on, I don't even want to get political. No, because I even talked about it in one of my when I was kidding down birds and blooms, and I touched on it a little bit. I don't think it's fair. I mean it should be fair back and forth, but to be honest, the people are the ones who suffer. So, mm, so I want to do a giveaway for my 1,000 subs, and I was like, I even recorded a video of what I wanted to give away, and then I thought, you know what, if someone's in another country, I'm not going to be able to do the giveaway for them. I want it to be fair. I want everybody to be included, all the subscribers that want to, be included in it. So I don't know, Star and I were talking, so it's gonna probably have to be like an Amazon gift card, because you can give that anywhere in the world, digital. Then you don't have to worry about all the tariffs and all that stuff. Yeah. Studio Delight. Yep, that's their own brand. Yep, Hobby Lobby's brand. Nope, their own brand wasn't even restocked. Nothing was on the shelves. It was gone. The wall was complete. There was like maybe a little, for their pads of wax, a couple of diamond painting kits, like, the toolkit that was there, and I got some glue. That was all that they really had, was this. Because every once in a while you hit a spot on your canvas, or if you want to create your own, you hit a spot on the canvas where, you need extra help. So I did buy myself some of this dots adhesive for that. But yeah, I don't really like the idea of all these stores going where you can only buy, because it's really gratifying to go into a store and pick what you want, take it home. You have it in hand right there. You get to touch it, you get to see it, its contents. If you like it or not, it's in hand. And then if you, a lot of the diamond paintings that if you want to buy a diamond painting, a lot of them are, you have to buy them online, and then you have to wait and you have to pay shipping, and the prices are going up because of tariffs and all that. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's all ridiculous. Only their own brand. They haven't restocked spring brand? Ugh, I love spring brand. You guys, they have the best needles ever for cross stitch ever. Spring brand is the best. And the eye of the needle doesn't tear up your thread when you're cross stitching. Hmm. Moving to Scotland, huh? Okay. Yeah. I I'm not on a no buy. I don't like to challenge myself in that way, because if I say no buy, then I go and buy. So, and if I announce it, but I'm I haven't been purchasing. So, yeah. Addie, are you done with school, sweetie? Addie's my daughter. She's the one who just had a birthday. She does have a little channel. So, and most of you already know about that. It's Addie. Yep. Did you say you were done with school, Addie? I'm sure you wouldn't be on here if you weren't done with school, right? Yeah. Yeah. So Star is on a no buy because of buying a house, right, Star? Or, trying to get through that process. Joyful Steffi. Hi, Joyful Steffi. How are you? Um, yeah, so I can understand like being really strict with yourself in the sense of like buying a house, because I mean, yeah, let's just face it, buying a house is stressful, and there is money required. Oh, Joan, you're on a no buy too? Yeah. Aw. Well, I'm glad you got notified. Goodness. Yeah, I don't know if my notifications are going out properly or not. So, um, yeah, like a limited buy, I try to tell myself it's the same way with food with me. I don't tell myself I can't have that. I just say I choose not to. I'm choosing not to. Because if I say I can't, if you're telling yourself you can't have that, that's when you want it. So if you just say, I'm going to wait, I'm going to hold out, and I'm just going to wait and change the verbiage that you use with yourself, so that you're not like saying no, 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 because when you start doing that, then that's when you want things more. So, Addie, Cindy's saying hi. Do you see her? Auntie Cindy saying hi. Oh, and Jules, isn't moving horrible? It is so horrible. I mean, it's exciting, But it's horrible. It's so much work. And oh my gosh, it's so much work. And I have moved in the last 17 years, we have moved 6 times in the last 10 years. No, 17 years. Sorry, 17. Since we've been together, since my husband and I have been together. Because we lived in Columbus, Montana for a while in a little apartment. And then we bought a house when Gavin was born. He is 16 now. When Gavin was born, we bought a house in Laurel, Montana. It's like just a little suburb outside of Billings, Montana. And then we moved from there to Williston, North Dakota. No, we moved to an apartment and we had to wait for the house in Williston to be done. And then we moved to Williston. And then from that house, we lived in that house for 10 years. And then we moved over here to this house. Yeah, moving is a nightmare. Mm-hmm. You know, it takes, I can just grab everything and move out, right? But it takes sometimes years to move in. I still don't have things hanging on my walls. I mean, it's weird. It's like learning where in the new space, learning where everything's going to go. Uh, that is so stressful. And my husband is like, he's the picture hanger upper. Okay. He's the one who he's very precise. He's the same way with his job. He's an electrician. So he's very precise about how the wires are run, how they look inside of the wire box. I mean, literally, he's immaculate. So when it comes to hanging pictures, I'd be like, just pound a nail in the wall and hang it up. I don't care if it's crooked. Well, he's like got the laser out, making sure it's level, hanging in it. He gets into it, and he says, "Oh, just put the pictures, just put them on the floor where you want them on the wall." So I want this one here. I'll just set it on the floor, and then I wait to see if he's going to hang them up. I've got piles of pictures that are not hung up. It's so funny, Nuckin. Oh, wow, Regina. 41 years? Oh, man. That's how my mother and father-in-law, my husband's parents, they have been in the same house since my husband was 12 years old. So, yeah, 30, the house is paid off. So if you're in the house for that 30-year period, you know, you still have to pay taxes on that house, which is government theft, in my opinion. So don't take me to the bank on that. Anyway, so if you have something paid off, it should be yours. That's just bottom line. But you still have to pay taxes on it, right? So yeah, if you live in a house for that long and you get it all paid off, oh, I'm sure the relief you feel, like it's at that point, your essence is in every nook and cranny of that house. Like, yeah. Oh, really? Are you going to go back to Oregon Shells? It would be so cool if we went this summer and saw my dad and I was over there and you were over there and we just kind of like head up. Oh, you pulled out a measuring tape, Nuckin? If I walk into the room and my table has been moved, like, you know how the kids will sit at the table and they'll be like just leaning on it and it shoves it? If I walk in, or the couch, they'll sit on the couch and like it moves back 2 inches. It drives me nuts. I'm like, no, I'll constantly move it for. It's like I want to tape my furniture to the floor so that it doesn't move because it drives me nuts. It's an OCD thing. Yep, that's same as my bedroom. Nope. You want to know what's decorating my bedroom right now? Timu Halls. If you saw it, you'd be like, mm-mm. Autumn, you need to clean that place up. And I need to do the Timu Halls so that I can kind of like set things aside, because some of it's gifts, give it out, put it where it needs to go, give it a home. Yeah. Yep. Right. Yeah, Alex and Alex, I agree. I um I think apartment living is for some people. I can't live that close to people because, well, actually, I lived in an apartment, the apartment that I was telling you in Laurel, and some people might be like put off by this, but it was haunted. and the apartment was haunted. And my kids saw things, things moved, voices were heard, um, and I couldn't quiet the voices. There was nobody living beside. I was in a corner on the third floor in a corner apartment with 3 bedrooms, and it had a balcony, and there were no people to the right. I was in a corner, so there was only one side that someone could have lived. There was nobody that lived there and nobody that lived below me. Nobody. Voices. And they were like this. Like that, and I couldn't shut them up. They wouldn't stop, and they were only at night. Yep. I have, and my kids, oh, my kids, they saw people. And my son, Gavin, was 3 at the time, and he gives me goosebumps. He was in his crib, and he knew how to climb out of his crib, but my son Corey was there. He was 9 at the 10 at the time. 10, or I don't know, he might have been around 12. But he was there, and they were sleeping, and my son Gavin was in his crib, and he could have got up if he wanted, but I had a baby gate up in the doorway because he would sleepwalk. From the age of 2 on, he would sleepwalk. So I had to, like, wherever there was any place that he could have hurt himself if I was sleeping, I wanted to make sure he was, safe. So, yeah, he said Corey was sleeping. Corey didn't have his glasses on, but he could see, like, you know how if you don't have your glasses on, you see like a blur. So Gavin was in his crib, and he was facing the door, and he took a ball, and he said, "Hi, Vanessa," and he threw the ball. My daughter, Vanessa, was not there. So it was somebody with brown hair, and a 3-year-old's going to recognize certain features. So the ball came back. I was in bed. I got up. Corey's like, "You weren't in the living room?" And I said, "No, I've been sleeping. I just got up." He's like, "Mom, something's going on here." And that was, but it was also the voices that couldn't be quieted. So, yep. I kind of wonder, when stuff moves, and it's almost like it was weird. It was so weird. And I know it was haunted. I can look back now and see the things that, yeah. So Addie had her own room, and she was in her own crib, and the door was closed, so she didn't see it. She was only 1 at the time. But it was so weird because Gavin, being 3, he kind of looked up over his crib, threw the ball, and said, "Hi, Vanessa." And the ball came back. And that's when Corey said, "Mom, are you awake?" And I was still in bed. I had no idea what was going on. Yeah. So, yeah, I've lived in some haunted places. And to be honest, I kind of avoid apartments because of that. Because you don't know who was in that apartment before you. And you could be walking into a situation where you're like, yeah, no, no. Oh, Southern Girl, you're back. Okay, good. Yeah. Cindy, it was so scary. Yeah. Yeah. So apartments, in the context of what I was saying before I started the story, apartments are for some people. Some people do really good with apartment living. My mom is in an elderly community there in here in Williston, and she has her own little apartment. But she's like, "Man, what were they doing in this apartment? There's wax all over the floor." She's like, for a few months, she was cleaning up wax off the floor, melted wax. So who knows what was going on? But it is an elderly community, so maybe someone spilled a candle or something. I don't know. No, actually, Shells, that is a really good point, because my son Corey, when he graduated high school, he moved over here to Williston, and he got his own apartment. And he was 18. He had just graduated high school, and my husband got him a really good job here in Williston in the oil field. So he's like, stuff started moving, lights started being turned on, um, just paranormal activity in general. He's like, Mom, I walked into a room and I like got chills from head to toe, and I could just feel something in my room, and sounds and things like that. And so he went to the front. He actually found a pill. I don't know if it wasn't cleaned right, the apartment, because underneath it was pre-furnished. So he underneath the couch there was a little pill, and he's like, "What in the heck is this?" And he looked it up. He like took a picture of the pill. He inspected the pill, and he looked up the name that was on the pill because it was a pharmaceutical pill, and they all have like codes and writing and stuff on them. And it was a heart pill. And so he went to the front desk and he asked him. He's like, "Did somebody die in my apartment?" And they wouldn't answer him. They wouldn't give him an answer. No. He's like, "I had to get out of there. I had to move out because that place was like getting worse and worse." So, yeah, they don't tell anybody. They didn't even tell him. He said their silence was worth a million words right there. Their silence is what told him that, yes. Yep. 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 Nuckin, that's so true. Oh, Marcella. Hi, Marcella Reese. How are you? Oh, yeah. I didn't even think when I lived in that apartment in Billings or in Laurel. It was like, no, it was in Billings. The apartment was in Billings. It was like right by, like a mile from a Target. It was like right on, kind of like by the city. And the voices, the voices were never clear. They were never muffled. And I would get so, because it would happen at like midnight, 1 o'clock. I would get so mad. I would literally start pounding on the wall, "Shut up." And it never would stop. It's like someone was, their TV was constantly on, and it was, there was never an audible, you could understand what they were saying, but the voices were always there at night, all night long. And there was not anybody living near me. Mom! Hey! Mom popped in. Hi, Mom. Charlotte is my mom. Hi, Mom. Aw. Thank you for coming in. Is Cindy with you, Mom? That's probably how you got on, huh? Yeah. Mm. Oh, everybody's saying hi, Autumn's mom. I'm looking to see if you have a picture by your name, Mom. No, it's just a letter. Okay. Yeah. So I probably need to do, I don't know, some more filming. You guys, filming is so far behind me. I don't have the desire to film every day. But when I get the desire to film, I will literally film for hours. I will run my batteries dead, recharge them, keep going, run my batteries. I try to always have a battery on the charger as I film on my Canon. See if I can show you. I film on this right here. So it's a Canon. And I constantly am having to uh, re charge all the batteries. I had three, and one of them turned out to not even want to take a charge. So, oh, thank you, Alex and Alex. Have a good day. Thank you for coming in. Oh, yeah. You don't know where you're moving. You really don't know. I mean, gosh. I've heard of like, Native American burial grounds where you don't even want to live near the burial grounds. So I kind of know what some of you guys are doing for crafts, but is there any specific craft that you want to talk about? Because I mean, on the on the opposite side of the spectrum from ghost stories, I love. This is so weird. I don't even know why I talk about this. It's probably because it's been a huge part of my life since I was born, actually. But I love paranormal channels. Like, if I had a guilty pleasure of what to watch, do you guys have like a guilty pleasure of like ASMR? Or I love paranormal channels where they tell stories, like real stories, what people have written. And I like, what are the ones where they go around where they go around and tour abandoned houses? Yeah, and stuff's left inside. They go into like castles and stuff. That's probably another one of my guilty pleasures for videos that I like to watch. Oh, true crime. Yeah. You know what? Shells, I gotta tell you, I can't watch true crime. Anxiety overwhelms me when I watch true crime. If I get too involved in true crime videos and stories, I like start getting paranoid. I start like being critical of all of the people around me, like, oh, could that be the next? Oh, I start, no. If I do true crime, I literally go into anxiety mode. My fight or flight responses are triggered. The anxiety starts. It's a trigger. Bad. I love them though. They can be very addicting. Yep. Oh, yeah. And when you think about like who commits these crimes, you're like, that could be anybody. So then you start like criticizing everybody around you. Like, could that be the person? Could they be crazy? Could they be like all of a sudden snap? There was a show I watched all the time. It was called Snapped. Like someone just snapped. And yeah, that was actually really good. But I'll watch them occasionally, but if I get too into it, no, it triggers some really bad anxiety. Paper crafts. Joyful says paper crafts. Do you have a Cricut, Steph? Gaming, yes, Star. Are you gonna do another gaming one? My kids we love to watch you game. Aw, you have to go feed the animals? Yeah, yeah. I probably should go out and do a farm video of the sheep and the calf and stuff. Okay. Aw, love you too. Raimi, have a wonderful day. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one. I'll try to do another live. If I don't before Friday, I'll do one by Friday of next week. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I have a few urban exploring, I think, is that what they call it? Urban exploring. One's urban exploring with Cappy, Kappy. One is Bros of Decay. One is Explomo. Um, there are, yeah, there are several that I love to watch. And I like how like Bros of Decay, they'll go into the house and find pictures and stuff, and or they'll talk to neighbors, and when they go in and tour it, they tell like the history of the house, who lived in the house. Like, you get to know the family when they tour the abandoned houses. Mm-hmm. Yeah, abandoned estates. I love stuff like that. And like what Bros of Decay did a whole series on castles in Europe. They toured all these castles in Europe and gave like stories, and what the cat who owned the castles, who owns them now, uh, the history of the castle, who it was built by. It's just amazing to me. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because where you're at right now, Star, the internet is really iffy. It's just because of the weather, the wind. Joan, I spent an hour before I did this live cleaning all this up. this is It was like I need to find another way to store my diamond paintings because what I do is I'll film and then I put all the stuff that I don't want to put away, I'll put right back on my desk. And then every time I want to film, I have to take it off. So it would be really nice if I had a spot for filming and a spot for storing stuff because I don't always want to, like, if I open a diamond painting that I know I want to do in the near future and it's all been rolled up and it's got creases in it, I, I like, or it's got the roll marks. I don't want to put it away. I want it to lay flat, but where am I going to put it? I don't have so I put it on my desk. And then every time I want to film, I have to take everything off. And then by the nighttime, when my husband wants to go to bed, I have to take everything back off the bed because I just put everything on my bed. So I'm constantly moving stuff back and forth. And I tell myself every time, stop doing this. You need to find a place to put all this stuff. Aw. Aw. Yes. Bye, Southern girl. I hope you have a wonderful day. Yep. Mm-hmm. Well, Steph, on that subject, because I kind of just broached the one side, like you wonder if it's malevolent or benevolent. You don't know until you start experiencing things. So there is, and not everybody agrees with me on this, and that's okay. That's okay. But in my experience, the supernatural is more real than the physical. And everything happens in the supernatural before it happens in the physical. So what we can't see is actually more real than what we can physically touch. It's almost like a dimension that we cannot see with our naked eye. And I think there was a certain time in the creation of mankind where we could see. I mean, there are stories in the Bible where they could see the ladder to heaven and angels going up and down, right? There's stories in the Bible for that. I have goosebumps right now, if you could see. So, yeah, everything happens in the spiritual before it happens in the physical, for sure. Yep. Oh, couple of photo shoots. Yep, abandoned buildings are, there's always a story behind them. Mm. Shows, do you have that same problem where you like use your desk to store things, crafts that you're doing, and then have to move them to another place and then have to move them back? If I could find a place to put my diamond paintings while I'm waiting for them to flatten, I can't lift up my mattress. I know Star puts her stuff underneath her diamond paintings underneath her mattress, and that allows them to, flatten out over a period of time. But I can't lift my mattress. If you saw my mattress, you'd be like, no. Mm-mm. I mean, unless maybe there was we could put a jack under it, and I could jack it up, put my diamond paintings under there, and let it down. Hmm. Yeah, nowhere to move things. And my closet is so overrun. You guys would be ashamed of me. You'd be like, Autumn, you need to clean this up. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And everybody's, yeah. Oh, your husband lifts yours. Maybe I could. My husband comes home every day after work and he does a workout. That could be part of his workout, right? Lift the mattress. And then I could have him hang some pictures. Okay. You've got two under there now. Oh, one on each side. I'll just, yeah, that could be part of his workout. Maybe I should just tell him, hey, I need you to lift the mattress for me. Lift with your legs, not your back. His core muscles. Yeah, yeah. Time of painting cutie. I didn't even see you come in. Oh, thank you for hitting the thumbs up. That's so sweet. Yeah, because that thumbs up tells the algorithm to, notify people. No. 200 under the mattress. Ah, yeah. Aw, yeah, take care, cutie. So nice of you to pop in. So, yeah. I do have over 200 diamond paintings, but they're not under my mattress. Yeah. So, is there like if or when I do my next live, is there anything, a specific topic you guys want to broach? Is there a specific craft you want me to do? Or because like everybody does different things. Like I like it when people do like ask a question and see what other people's answers are, or the history, like Rami did on her live last night, the Q&A, are you smarter than a fifth grader type of a thing. Shells did one today where it's like, would you rather? And my kids love the would you rathers. I have a book of would you rathers for kids. I love would you rathers. So, ooh, okay. Yeah, I can do that, Shells. I actually have one that I have to load up on QSnap. Yep. I need to do my that one was for VIP cross stitch. Yeah. My product review. Yeah, so I really need to do that. I need to get it loaded up and do a video of me doing that one, the beaded cross stitch. So there's this book I have, and I think it might be out of print, but you might be able to still find it. They might have put it back in print. It's called The Proper Stitch. And so in this book, they have like every stitch and how to do it. It's called The Proper Stitch. And like detailed. And also what comes with this book is a pattern from, let me look at it real quick. I gotta find it. It's a specific pattern that is, historical basically. It's a historical pattern, but it comes in the book. So, I mean, I wouldn't be able to show it. I'm just trying to find it just because it's probably copyrighted and you have to have the book to do it. But I'm trying to find it. Is that it? Some of them are like Adam and Eve style, beginning of mankind type of. But they have like special stitches in here, like how to do them step by step. And I love this book. I love it. So, I mean, it's different cross stitch patterns. It's not embroidery. Embroidery is something I want to learn. I love embroidery videos. So, Shells, have you started your beaded cross stitch? You haven't loaded it up or started it yet? Mm. In a journal, huh, Joan? So like making a photocopy of it and, cutting it out and putting it in a journal. Joan, I was thinking about you the other day. I was in Hobby Lobby and I saw these. I went down the paper craft aisle, and it's actually the same aisle where all the stickers are. And they had like, it was, what's that artist? I can't remember his name. Tim Holt? Is it Tim Holtz or something like that? But they had like these bags and bags of all these different designs. Some were vintage, and I just thought they were so cool. Shells, yes. Um, I will help you be motivated to do it. It's so much fun to watch. One thing that would be really cool is to load that beaded cross stitch up onto a Q-snap, get my camera ready, and put it to music because I've been on Suno making music. Put it to a song that I create on Suno so I don't get copyrighted, and speed it up fast. Like you can watch the pattern being created quickly. Like it's like ASMR, but not with the sound. It would be more visual ASMR. You don't have any Tim Holtz, Joan? Ugh, something kept telling me to buy that for you. It's like you came into my head and it was like, you need to get this for Joan. And then I was like, well, I'm not sure the aesthetic that you like if you like vintage or all that, but they had a ton, like a whole section of Tim Holtz stuff. I love Tim Holtz. Yes. Shows. I think I might do that for my, because when I do a product review for specific companies, some of them like you to do an unboxing, and then some of them it's just okay to just do an unboxing, but some of them want you to do a second video where you're actually working on the product. They don't want you to just unbox it. They want to see you working on it. So they always say in the emails, you do 2 videos. Do one of the unboxing and then do one of you working on the product. So I still need to do that one for VIP Cross Stitch. It's for the month of April, my product review. So I will load that up on the Q-Snap, and that could be my product review video, my second video for them. Yep. Oh, yep. Yep, it is. I love Tim Holtz art. There's a few artists that I love, and some of them are like in papercraft. Some of them are in patterns for sewing. Your material. Fat Quarter Shop is probably my favorite place to buy material. Fat Quarter Shop. They always have patterns. They have videos of patterns, have how to do it. They have how-to videos. My hair is driving me nuts, you guys. Uh, Margie, okay. Aw. Oh, thank you, Margie. Yeah, I'm glad you could be here too. It's so good to see you. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't have dinner plans yet. I don't know what's for dinner. I have nothing's on the docket. I did not plan anything. I do have some hamburger in the fridge, so maybe it's a free for all. It's Friday night. Mom needs a break, right? Or, oh, I can make chili. I can make homemade chili. Yeah. Joan, it really helps me to know that you do not have any Tim Holtz stuff. It helps me to know that because I was actually thinking about you while I was in that aisle. Um, so yeah, the beaded cross stitch is something that I'm gonna, because I just, got the knack of it, and now I understand. And yeah, it's very fun to watch the picture come alive as you're putting the beads down on the fabric. Oh, the chili, yep. So usually when I do chili, because I'll make a beanless chili for me, and it's like all meat and just make the same recipe just without the beans. But everybody else likes the beans, so I have a homemade chili seasoning that I make, and then I put that in the beans. But the beans, the soak all night process, cook them all day, slow, and all that. Yeah, I do all that too. Yeah, getting started. I know, Shells, I know exactly what you mean. Nuckin, yes, chili mac. Oh, I have the best homemade macaroni and cheese recipe, even though I don't eat it. but I like the cheese sauce. So I make the homemade cheese sauce, I boil the noodles, and then I make the homemade macaroni and cheese, and then I make the homemade chili and mixing them together. Oh, it's so good. So good. I must be getting hungry. I haven't eaten yet today. Oh, thank you, Margie. Yeah, hit the thumbs up. Mm. Oh, TR, that sounds good. Mm-hmm. And you know what's really good about making some of these big, like you make a big pot of stew or a big pot of chili or soup, it's always better the next day. So nothing is better than leftovers. Leftovers. Some people are like, no, don't like leftovers. You know, it's for one meal only. I'm a big pot of stew or casserole leftover person. I love leftovers. They always taste better the next day. Okay. Do you season your beef tips? Is it like a barbecue? Do you have like a barbecue sauce in there or? Aw, bless you too, Joan. Thank you. Mmm. It all sounds so good. Ribs sound good too. Ribs on the grill. Yep. Okay. Meatball sauce. Yep. It's always better the next day. Yep. Yep. Spaghetti. Ugh. Yep. I don't eat the noodles, but I'll eat the spaghetti. I buy the low carb spaghetti sauce. It's called Rouse. I think it's R. Is it RAOS? But it's all lower carb, so I'll use that instead of other spaghetti sauces that add sugar. So I can have that. Yeah. So if I could like always make something that had a lot of leftovers, I would. And then the next day I don't have to cook. I just warm it up. Or if I make tacos one night, there's leftover taco meat. I could make, anybody could just for lunch throw in a soft taco or something like that. I don't know. Yep. Dinner dinner at the Lehman house. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna make. I really don't. It might have to be a free for all. Maybe I could get my husband to bring home Mexican food. That would be so good. Huevos rancheros sounds so good. I have chickens, so I don't need to get eggs from a restaurant. I should just make them myself. I really should. I have probably 2018 packs of eggs sitting on my counter right now. I need to find someone local to sell them to because I can't eat that many eggs. That's what happens when you have that many chickens. And sometimes you go to the store and you can't even find eggs, let alone, I mean, if there is 1 dozen left, you're going to have to fight someone for it and pay an arm and a leg, you know? Yep. Oh, Jules, you like Rouse too. Yep. Rouse is great. I love that brand. Yep. With no additives. Yep. Okay. Salt, garlic, onion. 5 hours. It's going to be really tender. I need to do a roast. I have a roast in the freezer right now. That would be a really good. If you let it tends to be if you find a good round beef round, put it in with carrots. I use au jus, so an au jus packet with water, or just you could use bone broth. So I make my homemade bone broth. I do make my own because I mean, it's a working farm. So there's things that you do on a farm that it's not, yeah. Okay, so my freezer's full of chickens. So I raise like certain chickens. There are certain chickens that you raise just for meat. And so I love them nonetheless, though. I mean, it's not any difference for me, but there are certain chickens that if you do not dispatch them, they will die. So uh, so my freezer's full of chicken. So I do make my own turkey broth, my own chicken broth, my own beef broth, all of that in the slow cooker. So I'll use that in a roast. I'll put the roast in with my own bone broth, and some carrots and some potatoes and just let it cook all day. But if you leave it in there for 8 hours, it really depends on the cut, but 8 hours is like the mark. And that roast will fall apart with a fork. Yep. Oh, kudos. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I have 5 kudos that I need to open. Because I have my custom that I haven't opened from Star yet. And then I have another order. I think there's like 4 in the order from Kudos. Um, just designs that I really like. So I need to unbox those. I love Kudos. I love the fact that you can pick any size. You can do fairy dust, ABs, the rhinestones. You can do any of them and then pick your own size, like whatever size you want. It's insane. And you could take your own image of any image and it's all like reasonably priced and they're not going to charge you hundreds of dollars to do it. Yep, TR. There are certain roasts that you do add a little bit of moisture to and certain that you do not. And so I'll let the roast cook majority of the day by itself. And about 2 hours before it's going to be done, at about the 6 hour mark, I add everything. And like the seasonings and all that I put on right at first. But yeah, there's dust floating around my eyes. Oh yeah, you could take one of his drawings or his art pieces and turn it into a diamond painting. That would be awesome, Shells. That'd be so awesome. Oh, bye, Joan. Okay, sorry I didn't see your message till just now. Yeah. Oh, you put it, TR, I didn't see the rest of your message. You put it over rice or noodles. Okay. Yeah. So maybe I do need to make a roast this weekend. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna have to do. And when I do like ribs, I will take usually I do what are they called? Baby back. And lay them out. There's that film. You have to take that film off. I cut them in half, and then I put them in the Instant Pot for pressure cooking first. So I season them, and I'll put them in the Instant Pot, kind of around the little plate thing, and I put a little bit of broth on the bottom. And sometimes they say to use apple juice in the bottom of that, just a little bit, just like an inch. And then an onion, I cut an onion in half and I put that right in the middle. And then I kind of wrap the ribs around the onion, and I just put the top on and let it cook. And I think is it 35 minutes for a rack of ribs or something like that? And then when it's done, you let it depressurize. No, you don't. Not with that. You depressurize it. Take them out. Make sure your oven's on like 450 or something like that. It has to be high temperature because you want to caramelize whatever sauce you're going to put on them. So it's like grill-less ribs, and they fall off the bone. They literally fall off the bone. It's hard to get them out of the Instant Pot and on the pan to put your sauce on them. And then you bake them for about 15 minutes at a high temperature, and it caramelizes that. So you can use the kind of barbecue sauce that has no sugar. It's 0 sugar, but it tastes delicious. Some people cannot use the erythritol or the whatever they're using as a sweetener, whatever sugar. I don't know. Every low carb sauce like that uses its own type of sweetener. They're going to be sweet, but yeah, you put it on and then you bake it for like 15 minutes at a high temperature, and it caramelizes that sauce. And then when you get it out, it's just fall off the bone. Hi, David. How are you? Hi, David. Thanks for coming in. Yeah. So those are like, you could put them on the grill, but I'd prefer not to. I think they're better grill less. So, aw. Yeah, I love you too, Cindy. Okay. Aw, tell Aubrey thank you. Aubrey's my niece, you guys. Aw. Tell Aubrey thank you. That's so sweet. Oh, my hair is driving me bonkers. I think I'm gonna get it cut at the end of April. My stylist is in Billings, Montana, so I have to go all the way to Billings to get my hair done. It's like 5 hours from here. You know, um, a good stylist is worth the travel time. Yeah, it's really hard to find a good one. I don't trust anybody with my hair. Nobody. That's why it's down. That's why it's all the way down to here. I haven't cut it in 2 years, 2.5 years. Yeah. But yeah, I did my makeup today, you guys. Like, I did my makeup. I put some blush on. Yeah. Mm. Making a mess. No. I don't want it on here. I'm going to have to wash this anyway. It's okay. So, yeah, we're almost at the 2 hour mark, and we're hitting places where it's going to be about dinner time and um, really, David? My older brother goes through phases like that too, where he doesn't cut his hair. Of course, we're from the hippie 70s, so you know, uh, long hair is in. In our book, long hair is always in. No, my older brother had hair down to his waist when he was in his late teens, early 20s. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Long hair. It's just easier, you know? I mean, when it gets as long as mine, it's not easy. It's really hard to wash. It's really hard to style. It's really hard to even deal with. I try to braid it and just leave it alone. But because it literally gets in the way of everything when it's this long. And some people's, it's amazing to see how fast some people's hair grows, and some people's hair grows so slow. It's so weird. I don't know what that means or what causes that. Oh, okay. Yeah, my mom has thick hair too. She has probably her rubber band is like that. And yeah, her hair is really, really thick, but it's also really coarse. So my hair is thin and fine. So my hair is like a little ponytail, just like this. Yep. Really? ZZ Top, David. Yeah? ZZ Top. There you go. One of the best all-time bands ever in the history of mankind. Everybody not might not agree with me, but oh man, I loved their videos on MTV. Yeah, my husband has to shave for work because they have to get like what's called fit tested. So if they have to go to a well site that has H2S, and that's something that if you breathe it in, it'll kill you like that fast. So if they go into a well site that has a known history of H2S, they have to get fit tested for the oxygen masks and stuff like that. So they are not allowed to grow a lot of facial hair. They have to keep it trimmed down. So that, yeah. But oh my gosh, it's been so much fun visiting with you guys. I need to do this more often. I always tell myself that, be more consistent. come in and say hi to everybody because I appreciate you guys so much and your support. And yeah, you guys are awesome. You're an awesome family to be with. So, and your kindness is outstanding. It makes me feel so welcomed. And I appreciate you. So, but yeah, I'm probably gonna head out and I'm gonna go try to plan some dinner, maybe record some videos. Yeah. Aw, thank you, Kathy. Aw, love you too, Shells. You're welcome for the live. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't want it to be like, a long goodbye, but I want you guys to be able to say bye, and we'll see each other on other lives. We'll have to hit other lives so we can all hang out in other lives. So, yeah. Aw, you're welcome, Jules. Jules and Lorraine, thank you. God bless you too. God bless you too. Yeah. Yep. So, no, I'm so happy to spend time with you guys. And it's been so far health wise, it's been a really good day. So I felt like it was a good time to come on and say hi and visit. So, yeah. Take care, Shells. And I will see you guys on the next one. Um, I will probably try to do one on Friday again. So, yeah, I always do look at other people's lives to try not to overlap them because I do get really involved with the conversation and I really like visiting. And so before I know it, look at my 2 hours have gone by and it just flies like that. It just flies by. And what's really cool about this live is I was not as nervous. I'm usually really nervous with lives and I was not as nervous. So, oh, thank you, Kathy. Yeah. So yeah, with the more consistent I am, the less nerves I get. And yeah. And it would be cool if I could like have a topic and we could like cover a topic. But for the most part, I mean, it's a crafting channel, so we can talk about any craft that you guys want to talk about. That's great, Shells. Yeah, because at first you're like, oh, so scared. And I'm always like so nervous nobody's going to come and I'm just going to be sitting here talking to myself. But that's never going to happen. Not for anybody. I mean, at least one person's going to come in and say hi. So, yeah. Yeah. So I suppose I better go figure out. Maybe I'll text my husband and see if he'll bring home Mexican tonight. So, yeah, then I won't have to worry about cooking. I need to plan better. Aw, thank you, Star. Thank you. Yeah, and what I have been doing, Shell's been going live on Fridays at, I think, what was it, noon? Shell's? Noon my time. So I don't know. Maybe you're coming across at 11. I don't know, but I saw you pop up, and then right after Shell's, I do mine. So, and I'll try to be more consistent. Yeah, 1 Eastern, so noon Central. And then Mountain, it would be 11, and West Coast, it would be, or Pacific, would be 10. Yep. Okay, that works perfect. So yeah, I usually just follow Shells right after hers. So yeah, write that down, Star. And every once in a while, it's so much fun to join someone else's live. Like if you see their live and they're saying, "Hey, come on in," it's fun to do that too, because then you're making an appearance and you're just like, "Hey, I'm here. I'm here." Yeah. So I have a really, when I follow so many people and they're doing lives, I have a really hard time keeping track and my memory just slips. So I have to write it down. And if I see a live pop up and I know they're a regular on that time zone live, I will write that down because that means that I'm not going to forget. Because sometimes when if you're not and you walk away from your phone and your notifications are going off, you don't know. You like literally don't see the notifications come through. So, yeah. Oh, yep. Star does, yep, an open one on Sundays. So we did a late night one last week. Was it last Saturday, Star? We did a really late night one. Sunday fun day or fun day Sunday, yeah. And sometimes Star has like people rotating out. So some one person will come in, one person will leave, another person will come in. So she has like you can go in and stay as long as you want. You can go in and stay for a couple minutes. It's just like when me and started our live late at night, KK came on. I love that was so awesome. I was so happy. It was fun, Star. It was such a hoot. Oh my gosh, I was laughing and like I think we had KY Philly Sherry laughing so hard I'm pretty sure she was crying. Yeah. She did. Oh my gosh, KK had us laughing so hard. I'm like, oh, she was showing us her backdrops, and my daughter Addie was laughing so hard. Oh, her wallpaper, because she has like these wallpapers up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Addie was even laughing. The part where she shows off her background. Yeah, KK is a hoot. Oh my gosh. And then I think that next morning it was Sunday Fun Day. So I woke up and got on your live on your Sunday Fun Day. Yeah. I literally had just woke up. Yeah. She is so vibrant with life. I just love it that she makes everyone laugh. So, she's not in here right now, Star, but do you think you could share KK's? Is there a way to share her link? Can you share KK's link? Yeah. And I know it's right at the end here, but you can share Shell, you can share your link. You guys, if you have a channel and you want to share your link, do it. Because then, everybody can see it and maybe click on it right now before we end the live stream. Yeah. And at least if they click on your link, they can go to your page later. At least your link is shared. So there's Shells. Okay. Yep. So if you want to see Shells, you can go ahead and click that link. Like I'm a supportive channel, so I want everybody to know that they can feel support here. And Star is getting KKs. Star, you can share yours too. It's Starlight Starbright 70. And then she has another one where she does I think it's Star Enchantments. And she does gaming. Yeah, you're welcome, Shells. Yeah. Yeah, we're all pretty much linked up in here, huh, Kathy? Yeah. Diamond Nana, hello. How are you? Good of you to pop in. Thank you. Oh, my hair looks ridiculous, you guys. Yeah. Yeah, and it's kind of cool when everybody's kind of like, you know, connected and linked up to each other. I think that's really, really good. I am good today. I feel good today. I don't feel I don't feel a huge amount of pain. It's there, but it's not as dramatic as it is most days. So, Lola, what are you doing? Hi, Lola. Oh, here I was thinking I was going to end the live stream, and then you pop in right at the end. Lola, share your link. Share your link to your channel. I loved that video you just did. Oh my gosh. I loved it. And they were not useless facts. They were amazing. Yeah. Oh. You don't know how to share? Okay, here, give me just a second. Give me just a second. Hold on. Okay. Just 1 second and I'll grab your link real quick. Okay. Done. Okay. Your link is shared, Lola. Oh, yeah, Shells, I agree. The newest one is so great. Lola, if I could show you, I would show you on a video what I just did, okay? How to share a link. It is, I can try to show you. Is there anybody else? Like, Star, did you share your link yet? I'm going to show you on my phone right here, okay? And it'll be pretty easy. Okay, I'm going to tap on Star, okay? So, let me find Star. Right. My chat keeps rolling. So I'll tap on Star. So then it says go to channel. Okay. Now when you want to share someone's link, it's these three little dots, the top three little dots. You tap that and then it says share. You tap share and then it'll give you the option to copy link. You hit copy link. Okay. My link is copied. Go back into the video, right? And then you just hold down right here on the chat and it'll give you the chance to copy link, share. Done. I just shared Stars. So that's how you copy a link or share someone's link in a live or elsewhere, really. So yeah, I mean, I hope that was enough because sometimes, like for me, if someone showed, when my son was teaching me all this stuff about, you know, share, recording, editing, what app to use, how to use the app, all this stuff, he's like, he works for the Air Force. He works for the Space Force. Okay. Um, he's trained in all these things in technology. So he was giving me all of these things, how to do, how to's, how to record on my Canon, how to edit that video, how to put it on the computer. I mean, it's very technical stuff, but until you do it a few times, it's hard to grasp it. So you have to go and do it a few times. Go into someone's live. If you see that someone that you love is in that live and they have a channel, learn how to do it. Just tap on them, go to their channel, hit the three little dots, copy link, or hit share, copy link, and then go back into the live. You don't ever leave the live. I mean, it literally just makes the picture small off to the side and you can copy it right there. I mean, I'm not sure if that's how, I'm pretty sure that's how iPhones work, but yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, what's her, hold on. Do you know how to spell her channel name, Star? Isn't it something 55 or Music 55KK or something like, I mean, yep. I would have to find it and link it in a description or something like that. But KK's awesome. She is so awesome, you guys. Oh, yeah. Okay, Star. It's fine. I mean, we'll try to find her. I'm not sure what her channel name is. I would probably maybe even have to go into that previous live that we did on Saturday night and look at her picture in the corner, because her name of her channel should be in the little picture that she pops up as. Okay, KK Music. Okay, I think it's KK Music something 55. I think. But I would have to go into our live that we just did, and let me see if I can. I'd have to go because she was more towards the end, I think, of that live. Okay, I'm leaving the chat real quick on my phone, so I'm going to fast forward through and see when she pops up on the live. There it is. There she is. On her thing, she only comes up as KK. Yeah, I don't know. So, oh, I gotta find my live again. Okay, there. Yeah. If I can figure it out, I will try to figure out how to. Well, I'll link her in one of my descriptions if. No. Click on Who Star. Um, since I'm the live, let me go and do KK Music. I'm just gonna type in 55 and just see what happens. Yeah, there is a lot. I just know she pops up as just KK when we were doing our live. So I don't know if anybody can grab her link, but you got 350 today, Shells. Good job. Yay. Congratulations. It's always fun to hit a milestone, isn't it? It's like so gratifying to hit that milestone. Yeah. You did it. So when you hit 500, we can work on like viewing hours. So watch hours, watch time is huge, huge to give someone watch time. But when you hit 500, you can create memberships at 500 if you choose. And I was just watching videos today of how to create memberships. It's like banners and logo, or is it banners and not banners? I don't know. There's little badges, and so how to create them on Canva, because I want to create my badges on Canva. And then yeah, I want to know how to create badges, or even so my biggest dilemma and why I haven't done that yet is because I want a theme. And maybe it doesn't need to be a theme. Maybe it can just be crafting of all sorts, because that's why I named my channel Crafting Enthusiast, right? Because there's so many that I do. So I've been sitting here racking my brain, like, what are my badges going to look like? How do I want to? Yeah, star emojis, and I do want to create them on Canva. I don't know if you use Canva, Star, if that's how you create your emojis, but I would do. You can do 4 to begin with. So I would probably just like start out with a small one and then just do custom emojis so that, whenever I'm live, you can, if you're a member, you can just type in those. I like to blow up my chat, like in my chat box. I'll like just do as many as I can. And that's just, yeah, that's your sign that you're a member to that channel, that when you use their custom emojis. Yep. So badges and emojis is where I am stuck. And I'm like, okay, I got to come up with a theme. Start with like, one thing, and then you can gradually build on that. Yes. Yep. So I was thinking about have you guys seen my new intro where it has like cross stitch in one corner, a diamond in one corner, a sheep in one corner, and the knitting in one corner, the yarn and all that. So I was thinking about taking each one of those images, and that could be a badge. So start with, uh, just say yarn, and then move it to knitting and move it to cross stitch or something like that. Okay. See, Star, I was trying to think, what was that? It was driving me nuts. I could not think of what was the AI website we were using, the AI image creator. And I was like, what was it? What was it? It was driving me nuts. And finally, I'm like, okay, I'm just done. I looked back in our search history, our discussion messenger, like all the way back. And I'm like, dang, it was Bing. Bing, it's free. Yes. Yep. Yeah, it is so funny you said those 4, Lola. It's like you're reading my mind. Shell said the same thing. She's like, it's funny. I'll be watching your video and have a question in my head, and you answer it right in your video. And yeah, so yeah, I did figure it out. Yep, I did figure it out, Star. So yeah, banner badges are different levels of membership. So I would just start at like one level, $1.99, or some of them are 9. I don't even know. Like some of them, it's weird how they gauge how much a month membership would cost, but I would just do like the cheapest one, like $1.99. And then like you did, Star, you just created, a a members only video where you show the house maybe you want to buy, or where you're touring the house, stuff like that. Like I could do farm videos or something like that. It's really easy to do farm videos when it's not wintertime. When it's wintertime here, I do not like to even leave the house. I don't even want to go out and see the animals. My 16-year-old takes care of them. Yep. Yep. $1.99 is like the cheapest one that I could find. And so I haven't put up those memberships yet, but I'm working on it. I want to go create the membership badges. Maybe that's what I'll do for the rest of the day. Try to figure out the technical stuff. Yep. You have to get like so many members to get more badges. Yeah. So I think they start you out with 4. They give you 4, and then you have to get more members to get more. Yep. No. No, when it gets 60 below, no, I don't leave. I do not. Okay, I parked my car in the garage. Here's what I do when I have to leave. I go in the garage. I get in my car. I leave the garage, but I'm still in my car. I go. The only time I have to feel the weather is when I'm going from my car to, like, say, walk from my car to the chiropractor. It's like 10 steps. I park as close to the door as I can. Or going to the grocery store, just park as close as you can. That's the only time I feel the weather. Then I'm back in my car. I come home and I get out of my car, but I'm in the garage. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I don't know. I hate the winters here. The summers are awesome. We have awesome weather in the summer, but I cannot handle I literally cannot handle the winters. It's the older you get, the harder they get too. You do not acclimate to 60 below. I don't care what you say. Nope. Yeah, your lungs do freeze up, your nose will freeze up, your eyelashes will gather um, little crystals. Yep, yep. If I like start shivering, my joints will go out in my neck will tense up, and I'll be like having to, go to the chiropractor to get readjusted. It's insane. Yeah, yeah, and I've talked about moving south, but until the oil dries up, I don't know if we ever will. But then again, you can be an electrician anywhere, right? So everybody's going to need power. It's like a plumber and electrician. They're always going to be needed, no matter where you go. We just won't. I mean, there is the oil field down in Texas too. That's a pretty big one. Yeah. So, yeah, I think I better go. It's been almost 2.5 hours, and I don't want to leave you guys. We'll do it again. We'll do it again. So I'll do probably next Friday at 1 Central. Okay? 1 p.m. Central. And maybe, I'll join another live. Or maybe I'll join Star on Sunday or something. So, yeah. I don't know why my chat on my phone keeps freezing up. Bye again. Yeah. Oh, these long goodbyes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Have a good Friday, everybody. So, yep, I will see you. I'll see you on the next one or in someone else's live. Yeah, maybe we'll see each other again. I'm sure we will. We all run in the same circles, right? So we'll go around and support everybody. Thank you, Kathy. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, the conversation's always so much fun. You never know where it's going to go, right? So, all right. I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you soon. I love you. Yes. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Oh, Jonah's live. Okay. Yep. Everybody we should go raid Joan. Okay. Uh, can you copy her link real quick, Star? I mean, if you could grab her link real quick and share it in the chat, so that if we want to raid her channel, we can. I'll wait for you to do that. I probably could do it too. I don't know why I'm asking someone else to do it. Yeah, because I think she would appreciate that. There you go. There's the link. Okay, yeah. So you guys could just tap that link right there and go into Joan's live and at least, give her a thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up on your way out. If you wouldn't mind doing that, that just helps the algorithm. So, yeah. Yep. It'll send you right to her live. So if everybody wants to click that link and then, yeah. And then we'll see you over there. We'll go have a party at Jones. We'll party hop, right? We'll go from house to house, from live to live. Okay. I hope everybody grabbed that link real quick, and I'm going to say see you later, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Bye, guys. Yep, thumbs up on the way out. Thank you. Bye.